Here we go, we've got Leia. We're going to be showing you the first run of section 1. Let's see how Leia gets on. There's some very interesting gates through this. Let's see how she goes. First ride out into the finals.
2 minutes has begun. So you can watch it in the top left-hand screen there. You can see the little dots. That's the 5 penalty, or dabs as we call them. They want to only get 5 chances to put their foot down.
Yeah, so swiftly through, that'll be 10 points so far. You've got gates A and B, so you can see all of the pink markers that Leia's going through there. You see one on the left of her bike and then one on the right on the top there. Just got to get the whole centre line of the bike and both axles straight through every single set of gates. If you put a foot down, you lose the points for that gate, but you can, of course, carry on. Both feet down will be a complete fail, so it's we call it a 5 from the old system, but yeah, it means you can't carry on riding. And Leia here going for what's called a technical dab. So I think the idea is to go off of the rock to the right-hand side of the screen there and gap up through to the front wheel, same as the junior men had in the semi-finals.
I'm surprised I'm not seeing them trying to go from the rock here on the floor.
Yes, so that's what I was saying. That's what the intended beater, if you like, is. But Leia's obviously decided that to try and get through to the next gates, she's better off putting a foot down there, losing the points for that, but being able to maybe gain the points in the next part of the section.
Super tricky for gate number 3 here. It's almost like a bit of a ladder.
It is, yeah, and it's such a fine balance point. You can see that there's just these little tiny runs. You've got to get your tyres absolutely spot on, and it's really hard to control the balance because you don't have a lot of movement left and right. Just taking a dab there to move the front wheel, hook that front wheel over the top. See if you can get this switch up to back wheel. You can see the pink gates down on the left-hand side. She's got to land, drop, turn, get both axles through, and there we go, straight through. So although she's got 0 on that gate, yeah, she can try the next one.
Yes, you can carry on. So that would be why we call it tactical dab, really. She wants to carry on to get those positive points.
Exactly, yeah. And as you can see, all the girls here in the finals riding the 20-inch bike. Leia, unfortunately, putting her foot down there. She's going to be a bit annoyed with this first run. I think that's going to be her out of time, yeah. So that's going to be, was that 20 points?
Yeah, and it's so daunting being the first rider to go, you know, because you're not seeing any of the mistakes that any other riders are making or any kind of tactics that you may not have seen. Yeah,
exactly, yeah. You quite often, if you can see another rider go through, you think, oh, hold on a minute, they've actually seen a slightly better line, a better way of approaching one of the gates. So here we go, we've got Emma starting her first ever and hopefully first of many World Championship finals. Swiftly up onto that first box, through the first gate to that little wedge, or wodge as we call it in America.
It's an A and B gate, so that'll be 10 points now.
Yeah. Swiftly up into gate number 2. No messing around, hooking that front wheel, pulling back on the bars, up to back wheel and dropping down. So like I was saying, most of these girls, or all of these girls, actually riding the 20-inch wheels. They don't have to. They can ride 24 or 26 if they really wanted to. But generally speaking, there's no advantage at the moment to ride a 26-inch bike, and a lot of the gates are very short and tight, aren't they, Matt?
Yeah, and this is a really, actually quite technical dab. It's incredibly high up. I mean, I hope they've been doing their yoga, because that's kind of the mobility that they need. That's
one-leg pistol squat with a bike.
I couldn't think of it, pistol squat, exactly that, with a bike.
And of course, you can see this first section, they've put the sand in the floor here. This has all been imported from the local desert to make it nice and authentic, and also it means that you have different surfaces through the sections, so it's different challenges. You're not just trying to control your balance on concrete, but actually a moving floor surface, and of course the sand gets onto your tyres and causes grip problems as well. So it's a whole new thing for each section. You can see the next section where they've got the fake grass on the floor, so it's another surface to try and work your balance and grip with.
It's quite good looking sand. I never thought I'd ever say that.
It is good looking. It's super smooth. It's really nice. It makes me just want to lie down there with my top off and work on my tan. I'm not going to lie. So here we go. So we can see Emma on 30 points so far. She managed to clean that gate number 5, and she's got just 10 seconds left to try and get the last gate. Can she hold it? Oh, just losing her balance, and that's a shame. She could have got a 40 on there, but she does hold the 30 points, so she jumps just ahead of Leia so far.
maybe rushed a little bit at the end, because that can happen. You know, right? You kind of you've only got a few seconds left, so you just try and speed up, and that you might lose the composure really to get through those gates. But good start from Emma.
Great start from Emma.
Got the first one out of the way. Quite daunting to be the first final.
You can see how she's breathing quite heavily there, and I think the really hot, dry air does affect. Every rider has commented on it, that it's really affecting kind of your throat and everything. You kind of feel quite gassed after each section. Emma doing really well there to get 30 points. And here we go. We have Nina Vabre starting her battle into the finals. Riding the 20-inch Comas bike from France. She's an incredibly good rider. She's put out some really cool street riding videos recently. Here we go, up on the back wheel, through that gate number 1A, front to back, nice and smooth. You saw the first two riders go to that little wedge move. And Nina, sometimes riders will do those kind of things just to feel relaxed through the sections, through some of the moves, you know, go front to back, because that's what you would do in practice rather than just trying to play it safe as such. Let's see, is this going to be our first rider attempt this gap across from the rock, setting up on the back tyre, twisting round. Great view of that section there. They have made some beautiful sections. Shout out to Wesley Belay for a very good build quality of these sections. I think they've really stepped up from the last couple of years, I have to say. So they've done a great job out here. Good shout to the organiser for bringing in Wesley for that.
Yeah, fantastic work here in the sections.
And it looks really nice, doesn't it? It's a good representation of the country as well, you know, a mixture of the sand and everything, and you'll see later on the water sections as well. It's absolutely beautiful. It's really nice to be here. Nina's just trying to fight that balance. You can see not a lot of space there. Yes, she manages to get that front wheel hooked over the top, making her way over to the right hand side. She's got to do this big switch, drop down, hold that next move. Here we go.
Yeah, just making it a little bit more difficult, having to hold it on the back wheel, but she's through.
Right, really well, 30 points already.
Yeah.
So just missing that third gate, that gap across. And as she drops down, I believe that'll be another 10. Yeah, 40 points, so she goes into an early lead.
We're going to have our first rider get to the very end.
She's got time, 15 seconds. Don't rush too much, big gap across.
Oh,
no. What happened there? She's annoyed with herself there. I think she let her back wheel just go off the point a little bit too much of the rock. She's all right, she's back up.
Yeah, she's really, like, you see the passion right away when she doesn't make it, out of the frustration, because we know that Nina probably could have done that, but being at the very end of the section, you know, perhaps she was tired at that point. There's so many different ways that could have affected the...
I mean, a lot of people have been struggling with arm pump. Even the riders that I know, they say they don't usually get arm pump. Speaking to Samuel Laverty earlier, and he was saying that he just really struggled with arm pump, and I think the heat and dryness here really affects that. You've got to stay super hydrated before the competition as well.
Lishka now for the check.
Yeah, look at that nice little switch, front to back move.
Yeah, a lot of power, Lishka. She's a really powerful rider, so we might be the first one we see not take a dab, but let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out. She's coming up to this this next tricky gate now, across the sand, and of course, even just riding across those little gaps in the boards on the floor there, you've got to hold it together in the sand. A lot of people I've seen, they just kind of wash out.
Yeah, so going for that gap, as we said earlier as well.
There it is, into the wedge. Nicely done. First rider to clean that move. Nicely done, Lishka.
This is a really, really good start. 1 minute 15 to go. She's halfway through, so it's a very good point to be at. 30 points halfway.
Absolutely,
it's a really good gauge.
So let's see how she gets on with this one. You can see the little ridges now. You've got to kind of get that balance between, you can't go too straight because it's too steep. You can't go too much to the right because you end up getting your tyres stuck in those little pieces of wood, and you get less and less area for movement left and right and balance.
Wow.
And she's
breezed
through that. She made it look really nice.
Really comfortable there.
Yeah, very confident riding.
Was it? It's probably about an inch per wheel, like that little ladder. You know, you actually, like, you fell off that yesterday at one point, or actually many riders did.
A lot of people did.
A lot of riders were caught out.
That was one of the hardest moves. We had to go up to that high point, cleaned it one lap, but yeah, it was very, very tricky to just be absolutely perfect and get the twist up to the top. So Lishka's done really well there. Motoring through 50 points already. Can she get the 60? She has the time, 20 seconds. She wants to not rush this.
Yeah, stay composed. Is she
Can
going
we
to get
see
the
the
gap?
first 60? That'll put the pressure on the next two riders.
She's taking the safe route because she's got the time. 10 seconds, one more gate.
It is a big gap. Oh, no!
So unfortunate.
So close on the time, though. She wanted to just get a move on, maybe with an extra 5 seconds. Oh, nearly over the bars there as well. Bit of fatigue. She'll be annoyed, but still 50 points. She's still in the lead. She's put a bit of pressure on our top two riders here from Spain. Yeah, we have Alba out first, our first Spanish rider. Here we go. Now, last year's world champion over in Abu Dhabi, and now here, can she do the same in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, this beautiful city? Thanks so much for hosting this event. We'll be back next year for the Urban Cycling World Championship. Yeah, which is fantastic. Great place to be. Everyone's enjoyed the location. I think here it's a great location for this event.
And I think it's good that Trials has been the forefront of this kind of transition and the growth of the sport here in Riyadh, and Trials is part of that story. And we want to grow the sport, and what a better place to do it in somewhere that wants to grow sport overall.
Yeah, and improving their cycling infrastructure around the city. So in years to come, you're going to be able to come here and ride around the city, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Especially when you're in a country or an area that's completely flat. Oh, look at that! That was
great
so
technique.
good, really good. Very confident ride in there from Alba.
Yeah, one back wheel on the first ledge, then getting the front wheel hooked over straight away.
Saving a lot of time as well, like 50 seconds left and just 2 gates to go. So she's doing really, really well. And yeah, of course, Riyadh being a very flat area, so it's perfect for cycling. Is a great way to get around. So right foot rider here, so you can see that front foot just really close to the edge, and the observers are going to be watching very closely for that. And she's got 30 seconds, so she's well ahead on time compared to the previous riders.
Yeah.
Is she going to go for the gap or drop down, Matt? What do you reckon?
Oh, go on, send it, Alba. Yes!
Easily across the gap for Alba with 20 seconds left at the end. 60 points.
60
Pressure
points.
on Vera Baron now.
I think it might be the battle of the Spanish here for the top position, but it's still all to play for. We still have other sections to go.
It is, and Spain's already won 3 golds here?
I might even be definitely 3 of the team, the juniors.
Team, junior...
Well, more than that. There was the...
junior 20
yeah, so they've won at least 3 golds.
Junior 26? Oh, yeah, at least 3 golds.
3 golds.
Trying to think.
So a bit of a clean sweep.
Wow.
For the Spaniards there.
And here we go. Vera Baron, Team Shindig rider, about to start her attack on the finals. Let's see how she does. Fingers crossed she can keep it together, keep 60 points, and keep the pressure on Alba into the next section.
Super composed, just like getting in the zone.
Yeah, and it's really starting to heat up now as well as the day progresses towards midday.
Front axle, back axle, that's 1A, that's 1B, 10 points for Vera.
Yeah. Swiftly through, no messing around at all. There's a little gap through the sand. Of course, she's got to go for this gap. And
yeah, she's going to need to perform as well as Alba just did to be able to stay on par or get ahead.
Absolutely. Come on, Vera, you got this. Yes, sticking on the front wheel and just twisting the back tyre to the left-hand side slightly while she's on the front wheel, just to bring that centre line of the bike around and through the markers. Then up to, this is really the crux of the section, I'd say. This is where the girls have had the most problems so far.
Yeah, probably the most technical gate here in the section.
Yeah, what approach is she going to take? Holding it. So you can see, because she went very straight forwards, it's very steep, and there we go, a little bit more angle, just slightly more to the right-hand side, sort of 45 degrees, managing to keep the bike a little bit less steep. She's through there, 40 points already, 45 seconds left, so she's got the time. She just needs to keep it together and not rush through this. 40 seconds left, she's motoring.
Yeah, she's got a really good flow here, really good pace. You really want to get your first section done well, because it's going to set you up for the rest of the competition.
Yeah.
Confidence, everything. She knows she's got time.
Going for the drop down, yeah. And I was going to say, this is a really good point, because rather than trying to rush it, possibly causing fatigue or like a bit of a flash pump, she just needs to take her time, and easy that move for her there. nicely done. 60 points for Vera Barona, section 1. So there we go. But top 2 riders from the semi-finals finishing on 60 points both so far.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll see a high-scoring final today.
I tell you what, walking around, I thought it was pretty difficult, don't you?
Yeah, especially for the, like, in terms of what the women's level was maybe like 5 years ago.
Oh, it's crazy, yeah. These girls are just incredible.
You know, now it's the kind of thing that, as we said, we may see some of the gates here be equivalent to the men's gates. So that just goes to show.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. They've actually taken a couple of the gates and put them straight in, almost no changes, so.
Leia kicking us off with section number 2. The 2 minutes has begun. These kind of telegraph poles, balance beams, whatever you want to call them, these are tricky, really tricky.
Yeah, and I think this is actually, this is a really fun section. Personally, I really liked riding this section. I thought it's a nice mix of balance and power, and it's kind of blocky. So it looks fairly square and straightforward, but actually they've put in the gates in some real angles. And with these skinny logs and rounded logs, you have to be really, really accurate. And you can see the white line on the floor there that Leia nearly went over. If she goes over that, that would be a 5. So she would not be able to carry on and earn any more points through the section.
Yeah, it's like a football going out of the pitch, basically. If she goes out, that's it, it's out.
Yeah.
But you see a lot of the gates here are so narrow.
Yeah, and this next gate, I looked at this, she's got to, I'm assuming she's going to jump in up to the front wheel and then switch through to the log in front. So you can see there, oh, going for the straight pedal up and just sliding her tyres. Because of the dust out here, it makes these wooden bars like so much more
considerably less grippy. You know, you can walk around and just blow on the obstacle and see all the dust just go everywhere. So
yeah, exactly, and it just sticks on the tyres and everything. It's kind of everywhere, so it makes it tricky. You see, she just went a little bit too far to the right-hand side. She'd maybe been a little bit more left. She might have been able to get that little wedge and just get that equilibrium between the front and back tyre. So let's see how Emma does. She starts section 2.
So all the same gates, all the same terrain. So this is like, it may look really simple, but she just has to ride along that little log.
It's funny, you know, I reckon in practice, I know what these girls are like. They have much better balance than me. And I think in practice, they'd roll through that no problem, you know. And then you're in the competition, and you just get so worried. Yeah, you can. Sorry, Matt. You were going to say.
Yeah, I was about to say she had to kind of take that. Yeah. Which that's going to take up more time, though.
Yeah, but she did very well to control that and not lose it completely. Little jump in, put the front wheel in. Looks like she's going for a different approach here. This is interesting. So completely different way of going round.
She's going around. Okay, she's using this block, but the gate is...
This is very interesting, yeah. So I think I know what she's doing. So the section's quite open and there's no white line underneath. So actually she's found this little kind of, I'm going to say sneak line. It's a lot more balancy, but it means she doesn't have to do the big move. So she might be able to get the points for the gate. She feels more confident with this balance line. She's going to ride along there. Now you can see the little brown bits of rope. They act as edge tape, and there you go. You can see she's straight through.
Super clever, that was.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty wise. I never would see that
of course. You just look at a gate and go, I'm going there. Yeah. But it kind of goes to show the different mindsets that these riders have and the different approaches that they're going to take.
And you can see she's earned an extra 10 points from it instead of risking that pedal up move that we saw Leia struggle with, and just putting the foot down there. And I think they gave her a 5 for the front axle there. So that'll be 20 points there on section number 2 for Emma. But that's a good ride. She stays ahead of Leia so far in the competition.
It's her dad, Jean-Paul, who's come here to support her as well. Nina Vabra now, another French rider. As we say now, she's really coming through on the social medias.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really great content being pushed out by her, and she's one of the fast progressing riders as well, who's come through quite a few finals recently.
Yeah, she's really stepping her game up. She's done incredibly well, being on the podium as well, so doing super good. And you can see it's quite funny here in the background that everybody's got umbrellas, and that's not because it's raining, it's because it's literally that hot. I mean, I spent the whole competition yesterday, or the day before, sorry, just with an umbrella because it's just so warm. Check this out, really confident there from Nina, staying on that bar and saving that bit of time, just turning up through that first gate. So that's 10 points so far. On to 2A. And then lining up for 2B here, so she's got to try and...
Going straight on. She knows she can get this kind of height.
Yeah, you can see that is about handlebar height up to this bar. What's she going to go for? Yes, and she managed to find that perfect balance, getting the front wheel perfectly over that second log.
Really well placed.
Yeah, these telegraph poles are a really nice obstacle to ride. You can see you can create some really interesting looking and riding sections. And a different approach, instead of going for the pedal up, going for that gap, that is a really good idea there.
Using the very edge of the gate. It doesn't matter what part, as long as they go through those two little pink flags.
Yeah, so that's 3A and 3B. Now this is really interesting. I'm really excited. I thought this was a fantastic line to put in for the girls, or for the women. It's just going to be off of this and up that big blue block to the right-hand side. You can see just to her right-hand side. So balance, control, and a big move towards her right foot as well. So just turning, getting set up to the bash guard, but that's okay. Straight through. Vincent there, very experienced rider, 3 times world champion himself. Her coach just making sure she's all right there in case she falls back.
Through the Riyadh sculpture there, it's just a really cool little feature just for them to ride through. It looks really cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is very cool. They've done a very good job of putting this whole course together.
Now,
really
using the speed and momentum to roll down that.
Yeah, that was so confident just to ride onto that. So easy to just go slightly off.
Yeah. She knew her level there and just kind of went for it.
Oh, that's a shame. She just ran out of time, but 30 points. So for the moment, jumps up into provisional first place. Of course, the top 3 riders still to go, but that's pretty good. Pretty solid run there.
30 points, she should be happy with that. So you see their numbers on the tags there. That's actually their current ranking, I believe.
It is, yeah. That's their world ranking number.
So Vincent there getting in the shade. She is already exhausted here. Some of the riders have been riding during the evening time, so it's been much cooler. But today's finals, let's make it that extra bit harder.
Yeah, it's great. It's pretty mad that everybody's riding through the middle of the day today. But you know, it's the same for everyone. We've all got to cope with it.
Yeah.
And Liska going for a very different approach here. So instead of going along that beam, look at that, straight up to front. That was a really nice move.
Big move as well.
Yeah, big move, really confident. And that's kind of the cool thing about these slightly more open sections than we used to have years ago, where everything was super tightly taped. Now you can kind of make your own line up a little bit, go for slightly different approaches. And going for this gap across, so she's lining up, look at that back tire right on the corner.
Oh, I thought she was going to gap it.
I think she was.
Yeah, she was looking at it.
Do you know what? This could go wrong.
She's, as we said, extremely powerful rider, so I wouldn't have been surprised if she had made that. But as we were saying, without the tape guiding them.
Oh, she's got it, held it.
They just need to get through the gates there. That was so narrow, but...
Yeah. There is a go, opting for the pedal up as well. Let's see if she's got this. Riding the 20-inch clean bikes. That's a full carbon bike she's on there.
Yeah.
Carbon molded bar and stem, carbon forged carbon frame. Incredibly lightweight.
Very
these bikes.
Comfortable.
And yes, so confident on that pedal up. Oh, I'm not going to lie, more confident than myself. What do you reckon, Matt?
The young bucks, mate. The young bucks here. Come on, you know.
What are you trying to say? I'm 21 again. All
now,
right, so dropping down. And then...
she wanted to probably get that first time, but
I thought she would have gone for that gap and dropped the front, tried to stay on, but looping round, using up a little bit more time. She's got just 20 seconds left, and she's on gate number 3. So these sections are really long, and that move is far. Unfortunately, dropping down, overshooting that balance. And that's one of the things about trials. It is incredibly difficult to control your nerves in a competition and control that balance and composure. She's going to be out of time, so she's going to finish with 20 points on section 2, but jumps up just ahead of Nina Vabre there. That would be on count back to the semi-finals. So far she's just behind, or just in front of Nina still. Now Riera gets set up, and we see our top two qualifiers from the semi-finals now. What do you reckon, Matt? What's she going to get?
I'd like to see her first 60. Of course. We always want to see maximum points.
So what we've seen so far, 30 points is the highest score we've seen on this section.
Yeah.
So, and these two are going to, look at that, so fast. Powerful move up to the front wheel. Straight to back wheel as well.
All on back wheel. I thought she was, wow, I honestly thought she was going to gap straight down to that then.
I did look at it earlier and I wondered if any of the girls would gap straight across down through 2B. Yeah, maybe we'll see Vera do it, but it's also, it's not that they can't do it, it's, oh yeah, up to the front, yes, look at that!
So stylish.
So good, so good. Confidently through there, up to the front, and then just skipping straight down, finding that balance point perfect over the handlebars. It's so good to see these girls throwing in these moves that's kind of like, I'm not going to say totally unnecessary, but, you know, a little bit unnecessary.
Well, it's a little bit risky as well.
It's a little bit risky.
It is.
It's confidence, and it will make her feel better for this move here. Settle her down. Look at this back wheel perfectly. Up to front, she's cleared it.
Really, really nice front to back swap there.
Putting the pressure on for Vera next. Vera's going to be watching this. At least Vera knows what she's going to have to do. Up through this next gate. Going to be in for 30 points. She's got 45 seconds left. Is that enough to get these next gates? Quickly down the balance beam. You can see that rope there down the side. They're not allowed to cross the vertical line above the rope.
Yeah, it's like an invisible wall. Basically.
Exactly, yeah.
So moving forward now, 40 points, best score so far.
Yeah, fantastic. This is really, really good from Alba.
Yeah, and this gate here as well, they've got to stay on this, along this log and gap to that big blue
So this
block.
is interesting. I was wondering, yes.
Oh, what a great technique.
Oh, that's 50, I think. That is 50 points. Can she get this last gate? 5 seconds left. She's got to go up to the right, her right-hand side, and then turn, gap down. She's just out of time. Oh, 50 points though. What a ride. What a ride there from Alba Riera. That is incredible. 50 points. And she moved rapidly.
And everything was pretty much first go.
Look at this. Look at this replay. Up to the front wheel, holding it, balance point over, straight down and glancing the back wheel over.
Little back wheel brush, as I like to call it.
So nice.
Yeah, it's really stylish. But unfortunately, these riders, they don't get any score for style. It's just kind of for their own benefit or their own respect from riders, I suppose.
And like you say, this is an observed sport, not a judged sport. So you don't get anything for style. It's all about getting through the hardest obstacles you can, any way you can. Of course, everyone likes to watch somebody that's got a bit of style.
Yeah, it's just a bonus. So now Vera Baron for Spain, she knows she's going to have to get that 60 to get ahead.
Talking about style, rocking the Shindig logo there.
Yeah.
Here we go. Come on, Vera. Has she got this? What approach is she going to take? Oh, straight in. So to avoid going round, saving a couple of seconds here. Over to the front wheel.
Yeah, there was no wrong or right way to do that. Perhaps she knew she'd be faster taking that route.
Imagine the pressure on Vera now. Like, it's interesting how different riders feel better or worse going first or second or third into the finals.
I'd want to be going first to get out of the way.
Gone for that pedal up technique.
Right.
Very, very good. Gap across. And of course, you see the white line just on the edges. You're not allowed to put your tyres outside of that vertical line above those white lines. So you've got to stay well within those margins. The observers will be watching where the axles are above those lines. Can she get gate number 3?
Yeah, lining up for this big up to front.
Yeah. Oh, just going to bash guard. So the best she can get if she gets out at the end is 50.
Yeah.
She's got a minute left, so she has got time to do it. She needs to just get through these next gates as quickly as she can to keep up on points with Alba. Here we go. Hold that balance, hold that balance.
Yeah.
She's got it. Great ride there.
Just putting a leg out to just get every little bit of adjustment that she can.
That'll pedal up to front and everything. Now, slow it back down off the corner, that blue block. To the back wheel, stay on the back wheel. Look at that control. Oh, straight away across. She's moving swiftly. 40 points already. She's just 10 behind Alba.
20 seconds.
So she's got 20 seconds, to get this last gate. And this isn't an easy gate at all. Up to the back wheel. Holding it, turning. Up to that little post. Yes, come on. 8 seconds. Just get moving. Through that gate, she's got this last gap down.
Is she gonna get it?
Come on, quickly, quickly, quickly. Did she get it? Did she get it? Ooh. Is it 50? Is it 40? She doesn't know. We don't know. We're waiting. I think it was 40. Just like, I think she was just out of time.
Yeah, that's...
Maybe she didn't quite get out quick enough. We'll wait for the scores to update.
Yeah, that's a tough call as well. It's like just...
Vera Baron there,
giving her
40 points. She was just 1 second out. So Alba, an early lead there, just 10 points ahead, but there's 3 sections still to go.
Yeah, she's going to have to play catch up a little bit there to get on top, beat the current, last year's world champion. So Leia now for Spain.
Yeah, 3 Spanish out of the top 6. Nothing new there. Spanish are a pretty dominant force. Spanish and French are a very dominant force in trials. Nice that we've got Aliska here as well, mixing it up in the top 6 in the world. As we see Leia here swiftly through the first 10 points, setting up. This is the same gate as the Elite Men's semi-finals.
It's like
one of our gates.
Super sharp point on that rock.
Super sharp.
It's very hard to see it from here.
I saw people getting punches on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And switch front wheel, back wheel. There's 2 chances of a puncture here.
Yeah. Big pull to back wheel, dropping down. She have to scoot all the way around, spin around, and go for this next pedal up here.
So this is 2B.
Oh, she sailed up that.
That was really looking comfortable there.
Easy.
So 20 points.
Wild. Now this next line, I spoke to you about this earlier on as we were walking around the sections. I think this is very, very awkward. She's got to go straight up.
Yeah, they can't
short,
take a
awkward run
yeah,
up.
and there's rope on the top.
Yeah, you can just see on your screen there on the edge of the green concrete barrier there. Up to the bash guard, getting a foot down.
Yeah, she's had to take a couple of dabs there, but needs to get up, turn 90 degrees to go through that other pink gate there.
Got to watch that rear axle as well, because if you hang that back wheel too far back, that axle will be over the rope there, and that would be deemed out of the section, which means she'd have to stop and couldn't carry on getting more points. Then this one up here, turn all the way around, gap through gate number 4A. Oh, fighting a balance, getting that wedge across the rocks, switching it. Just fighting hard there. Good work from there through 4B.
Yeah.
So 30 points so far. And she may run out of time here, just 5 seconds left.
Yeah, I don't know if she's going to get it, but the next gate is up on that big C letter. It's a great angle here, actually. You can see what the next rider needs to get to. So hopefully we'll see one of the riders.
That's time at the bar there. I think Leia was just saying there she couldn't hear the time because it's actually pretty loud in the arena. We've got some really cool DJs, like bringing real good vibes. Throughout the whole week, they've been playing some really good tunes, which has been really nice. But it is quite loud, so quite difficult to hear the times when the riders are in there and you're asking for the time.
There's a lot happening here, you know, with all the other events. There's obviously BMX freestyle, we've got Flatland as well. So it's all happening here today in Riyadh.
Yeah, so 3 different disciplines: Flatland, BMX, freestyle, BMX, and trials as well. And we've got the 20 and 26-inch bikes. And Emma starts section 3. Unfortunately, just going to Bashkard, coming up a little bit short on that first gap.
This gate is so tricky. Like, there's just an actual knife edge.
It is very, very sharp.
It's the same that gate is also going to be in the men's later on.
It is, yeah. You can see the front tyre there. That's a great view. You can see the front tyre there fighting on that little point. Razor sharp. She's going to try and switch to the back wheel slightly to the left, I believe.
Come on, Emma. She's got to switch.
Come on, Emma. Fighting that balance. You can just see how pointy it is. Just stabbing into the rim there. So easy to get a puncher on that.
She's going to have to line up again. That is scary, though. Even if you're there, there's a certain level of confidence that's required to get up and over that one.
Yeah. You can just see how sharp it is. Opting for a foot. Drop it down, so that's going to mean that she can't get the points for that gate. She's halfway through her time, minute gone already. Of course, the stopwatch on the screen isn't quite what the observers' stopwatches are, so it is down to the observers, like we saw with Vera on the last section.
So another technical. Now, with it being so narrow, this is hard as hell. She's got to scoot the front axle through, pivot, the rear axle throwing pullets, but she's managed it. Really, really nice.
So hopefully that means she can try and get the next 10 on gate number 4, dropping down. I think she can get this gate as well, so she can hopefully pick up some points from this section. Gapping across, getting the wedge. Oh, and then a foot down. That is disappointing. She's got 15 seconds left. This may end up as a 0. Yeah, she knows she's not going to get the next gate. She doesn't have time. That's a shame. A 0 score for Emma. That's not at all what she wanted there.
Yeah, that was a great effort from Emma, and hopefully, as we said, it's her first, but maybe not her last. And this is a great point in anyone's career to just be getting into a final. So I think she should be really happy with that ride. She's given it her best shot.
And a little shout out to Titouan, who will be back in France, probably watching in her partner, and I hope he's doing really well. It's a shame you're not out here, buddy, but I'm sure he's going to be watching along and cheering Emma on. Yeah, here in spirit.
Nina Van
We all miss you, mate.
Also for France.
Yes, here we go. So let's see how she gets on. At the moment, sitting in 4th place, but she has a strong chance of jumping up. See how she gets on this first gate, sailing up onto that first rock. You can see there's a bit of an awkward point to get the back wheel on. Jumping across, pushing the front wheel down, nice and smooth.
Nearly slipped there actually as well. A little bit of loss of traction, but
yeah, let's see how jumping up already into 3rd place with after going just through the first gate.
Wow.
Now you can see the observer there, both observers watching for that right foot toe. It's the most likely thing to just touch the rock. If that touches the rock, she will be getting a 0 on this gate. Oh no! What happened there? I think the front wheel just if you're not on that point perfectly with the front wheel, it'll just twist the handlebars.
Yeah, you could see her fighting it.
Yeah. So it's interesting because we had to do the exact same move in the semi-finals. Yeah, you can see she went to the left-hand side. Now I went to the right-hand side. Yeah, her front tyre just squidged slightly, threw the bars off. That is such a shame. But she is sitting in 3rd place at the moment, but still with the top 3 to go.
So I wondered if I was going to catch some of the riders out, because of the technical element of it. There's no power really, you know.
Yeah, it's so awkward that with those the shape of the rocks and stuff. Like you might look at the gate and think, oh, it's the top of that rock is 18 inches wide, or 45 centimeters for the Europeans. So but actually you're looking for very certain points where the best point is to get your tyre. It has to be in exactly the right point. Otherwise, like we just saw with Nina there, as you go to pull, the tyre folds or moves and you lose all power.
Taking the safe route, Alishka here, as we were just talking about that gate. Doesn't want to do the same as what happened to Nina.
Already jumped back up into 3rd place just by getting the 10 points from the first gate there. So that's good for Alishka. Can she get...
We want to see someone get on that big letter as well. That beautiful, beautiful gate. And I think Alishka might be our first rider here, but we'll have to wait and see. So
yeah. Setting up for this next pedal up, like I said, this is really awkward. I was quite interested to see what kind of technique each rider would favour to do through this little move, whether it would be a kind of jump into the front wheel or a straight pedal up. It looks like she's going for the pedal up. You see her changing her foot position to get the right movement. You've got to look out for the steps on the side as well. Yeah, trying to go for that jump into the front wheel, but it's such a short setup. And you can't start to the left-hand side because of the rope behind.
Yeah.
So what the section setters have done there, created a very difficult type of movement to not attack it the way that you would necessarily want to.
And just a better way to get into a dab, actually bouncing rather than kind of trying to do these kind of pistol squats with your bike. That's going to save a lot of time.
Yeah, and there we go, straight through 4A and 4B. So I believe she'll be on 20 points so far on this section, just waiting for the scoreboard to update. And you can see there, like you're saying, that UCI letters, it is going to be the first ride we see up onto them. So I believe that one dropping down, that should be 30. I think that was the 5th gate. Just a little bit behind the scores. I could be slightly wrong. She may just be on the 20. And this is the last gate, but she's going to be out of time. So 20, I think it might be... Yeah. 20 points, they're saying 20 points.
20 points, because that C there, I think, is the A. And then they have to get the next one.
That's very confusing, Matthew. That C there is actually the A, is it? Okay.
That's so. It's the A gate.
A gate.
I'm glad you corrected me there. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Good point. Sorry,
dear.
guys.
Good thing we're not comedians. Thank goodness. All right. Alba Riera now for Spain.
Yeah. Now she's gonna have to get motoring because the other girls have been struggling on time.
Yeah.
But let's see. Yeah, a little switch there, nice and confident on the first move. She's now got that 10-point lead, so she's got a bit of leeway. Looking for that front tire right up on the point. No hesitation, switching to back. I wondered if we'd see any of them gap straight across. But really nicely through that pedal up. I'm really impressed with how quickly they're getting set up and going through that run up on that previous rock. Now, can she be the first one to clean this? Half pedal. Ooh. Half pedal hopping up to the front wheel.
Very short run up there, so
it is.
They're starting wrong foot forward.
You see where her left foot's going down right next to that, to the steps there. That makes it super, super awkward. So this could be a point where Vera might be thinking, hey, I've got this move. If Alba struggles on it and doesn't manage to clean it. Oh, she's got it. She held her balance as well.
Oh, good recovery.
She's going to be on for 30 points. That's a fantastic move.
That's where the instincts will kick in at those moments. You know, that's the plan, but it doesn't always go to plan.
This could be a 40 points. She turns up. There we go. And she's still got an incredible over 45 seconds left to get the last two gates. This is looking very, very strong for Alba here. And then the drop down. Swiftly through, that should be 50 points, I think, so far. Yeah, maybe this is 5C. As she goes through there. Yeah, that'll be 50. Yeah, there we go.
50.
Dropping down, and then the last gate for 60 points. Can she get 60? 20 seconds left. You can see those pink gates there.
Yeah, on just by the yellow block.
Back wheel, dropping down, and that'll be 60 points. So not leaving anywhere for Vera to make up those 10 points she lost on the previous section.
Yeah.
So she has to get 60 points now to try and give herself the best opportunity. It's quite interesting there. You can see she's actually got tape wrapped around her gloves so that you don't lose any movement in the glove, in your glove to the palm, to the handlebar.
It's kind of like trying to make the glove part of your skin, right?
Yeah, tight as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't get that little bit of movement. You get
nice
that
little
maximum
hack.
control.
They're like footballers take the bottom of their ankles, I think, for the socks and things like that. Yeah, I don't know if they still do that. But here we go. Vera Baron.
You mean football or soccer? I'm confused.
Oh, yeah. Vera Baron now. She wants to get maximum score. She needs to be in the running for the #1 spot at all.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Later on this afternoon, in the 26-inch finals, we're going to see her brother Danny, who qualified in 3rd place. Like, proper trials family there. She almost went for that gap. I think she was actually thinking of it to try and save a bit of time, but I think she'll get this pedal up no problem at all.
It was likely the plan. Again, want to get this first try, make up for some of those simple mistakes she made in a previous section. So aiming for maximum score right now.
Oh, she's sailed up it so good.
Really comfortable.
That will give her a good bit of time to play with to get out the end, so she can hopefully take it nice and steady. I think she's got these next moves, and she's given herself, she's ahead of time compared to where Alba was here. Both riding really, really well. She's so well on that pedal up. Staying on the back tyre, turning nicely through the gates. And that's what trials is all about, isn't it? It's all about control and movement. So there needs to be a lot of twisting and control. It's not just about riding in a straight line.
Yeah, and you kind of feel the bike. That's kind of it. It becomes part of you. So it isn't kind of...
And if it's a real bad crash, it literally becomes part of you.
Yes.
Which I have seen, and it's not nice.
Yeah.
Here we go, right.
Good time here.
50 so far, yeah. So
really good time.
Don't rush now, Vera. She needs to just stay nice and steady. She's got over 30 seconds, incredible, as she comes into this last gate. Just steady up this last point. You can imagine now, she's been riding for nearly 2 minutes. Try and keep that, keep it together. 60 points.
Yeah. Good, that's keeping her chasing Alba, putting the pressure on Alba there.
Look at those scores there. We've got Alba Riera out in 1st place on 170, Vera on 160 in 3rd place, and Liska on 100. So the girls are, the top 2 girls here are 60 and 70 points respectively, ahead of 3rd place. So they've got a big margin. Still 2 sections to go. So that can change. There's another 120 points on the board to win. And then we've got Nina in 4th place, Leia in 5th, and Emma in 6th place.
There might be a bit of a battle there for 1st and 2nd, and also another battle there for 3rd.
Yeah, exactly, you know? Yeah. Just 20 points between 3rd and 4th at the moment, between Aliska and Nina. So here we go, Leia starting. This is our first look at section number 4. These super cool logs. Yeah. These are so cool. They're so good to ride. They create a very, very technical obstacle because they're not smooth in the slightest. Yeah, they're like totally opposite.
Palm
to those
tree
other
trunks,
logs.
aren't they? I suppose. Yeah, palm tree.
They are palm trees. Yeah. Which, as you can imagine, probably haven't come that far.
No, I mean, yeah, this is very, very far for us. It's not the type of texture or terrain that any of these riders will be that comfortable. The only experience maybe from Abu Dhabi previously,
exactly,
last year.
One thing I will say is that these have been put together much more solidly. So previously, because these are quite a fibrous tree, they tend to like split apart and pull apart, but these seem to be holding together a lot better than the ones we've had in previous competitions. So all of these are still very solid and held together. Now, I was actually talking to Leia about this particular move this morning. This is a very, very tricky gate.
It's a really big gate, though.
It's a big gate, but look, oh, interesting.
But they're going to go down to the bottom, I would have thought.
Yeah, so she was saying she was going to try and pedal up and go through the bottom of that gate, front wheel onto the rock. And you can see how we've got kind of like these gnarled edges of the palm trees. And that means you've got to try and line up the back wheel on those little tiny edges. So there's such a cool obstacle. And this is a really difficult pedal up as well.
Oh, getting there.
Oh, she's so close.
Just slipping a little bit. Needs to push the front up a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't know if she can fit that front wheel over the top of the rock or if it's got to go over the palm.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Oh, Leia. You see what I mean? There isn't enough space for the front wheel to get purchase on the rock, so you've got to kind of land and go again over the palm tree. She was so close, but you see the dust spit out there. Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, I wonder if her handlebar hit her in the stomach there. She looked maybe a little bit winded.
Here. Check this out.
See, look.
So close.
Front just not gripping enough.
Yeah, there's no space for the front wheel to drop down into that gap between the tree log and the rock. So that is a bit of a shame. I think we're going to see not going to see a crash in replay. But it looked like a bit of a nasty one.
Yeah, I hope she's okay, so hopefully she can carry on. So Emma now for France.
Here we go, through that gate 1, which again, this is actually the same gate as the first one, the elite men's semi-final as well.
And the juniors, I think.
Yeah. Very steep move, this.
Yeah.
It's interesting she's put her front wheel straight up over the top. I would have gone slightly to the right-hand side personally.
I wonder, she's probably taking that safe route.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's why she didn't go to the right-hand side. Yeah. Front tyre just sliding down
there. Using that dab best she can to get the bike through while she has her foot on the ground. There's no point trying to carry on. You just use it to your best ability.
She can jump ahead of Leia here if she can get 20, 30 points.
So
she's put her foot down there because it is the B gate of 1, so she doesn't get anything extra for actually clearing that. You know, she might as well put her foot down and use it and get through to the next one. And that's C. She moves on to, I believe, no, that was 2B. And now she's on to 3A, and 3B is on top of that rock. So this tricky approach, little pedal stroke up, across to the left. You can see it's a very awkward position, like kind of run in, twist up to the left-hand side.
Yeah, we're going to see probably a few different approaches. I think she wants to go for the move. She can make this kind of height using all of the available course, as you can see, right on the edge of that line. And
it's interesting because this is where competition trials and kind of street trials is very different. In street trials, you could just come from wherever you want. There's no lines or boundaries or anything.
There's no limitations, really.
No limitations. Whereas here, this is what makes it super difficult, is because you can't use the approach that you maybe want to use, you know.
She's going to use that.
Awkward.
She definitely wanted to go for it. You could see it with her there, but she's taken the safe route.
Safe route, but she's wasted all of her time. She hesitated too long. which is a bit of a shame. So she's going to finish 0 on section number 4. So that's not going to do anything for her position. She'll stay in 6th place at the moment, which is a bit of a shame.
There's the disadvantage for using a dab. You know, you only get 5 of them, 6 gates. You know, if you dab on each gate, you just don't get any points. So you may as well have not. That's a tough thing to go for.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got each gate. It's not just 6 gates, but there can be A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
E. You could have like 18, 20 actual separate movement points.
Yeah, luckily today I think we've only got up to A, B and C.
Yeah, yeah, which is hard. I mean, it's, you know, it's very complicated. It is kind of complicated, but this format is pretty cool. It means they can set some very, very difficult sections, and it is a lot about fitness now. I kind of liken it to more like boxing, sort of 2-minute rounds, you know. You just kind of constant concentration. Oh, that nice 90-degree side hop switch onto the bar there. That was great from Nina. Swiftly onto 10 points, jumps her up into 4th place. She can get another 10. She will jump into a provisional 3rd. Or, sorry, joint, yeah. So just behind Aliska, she needs this next line. So going through a different approach here, that's interesting.
On the other side, as we said, not one rider's done the same thing.
Wheel.
Oh, she's so close. The observer is literally...
Yeah. Oh, she's done really well there. That was amazing.
She made that look really easy.
Yeah, made it look easy, but that was not.
It's definitely not.
I looked at that and I thought that was a pretty awkward move to kind of like go up and twist sideways like that. So she's done really, really well there. And she will jump up into a provisional 3rd before Aliska goes. Great stuff. She's still got a minute left, so she's moving pretty quickly. She'll be going to see the first person pass this gate. Oh, yes. Oh, is that a 5? I think her back axle just missed going through the gate.
Yeah.
That's a real shame. I did see that on the screen.
Yeah, that's the thing. If we can see it on the screen.
Yeah. The front wheel was there, the back wheel was unfortunately just over.
And really,
the observers...
What the observer says goes, you know, it's the same in most sports. That's why they're there. That's the decision they make. Am I correct in saying both observers need to agree on that? And if they disagree, they carry on?
Yeah, so sometimes you'll see them have a bit of a conversation. One will say yes, one will say no. Whoever's the most certain basically wins the argument. Yeah, it's, you know...
Yeah, if there's a disagreement, then there's always basically no decision. The rider will carry on. So both observers need to agree that that is a 5, or they've used up all their penalty points, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Let's see how Aliska gets on in section 4. Sitting in 4th place at the moment, but she's going to need just 10 points to jump back up into 3rd. So if you can get this first gate, she'll be back onto the podium position. You can see the front tyre there, which is so close to that white line.
They're really, really getting to the very edge.
Look how steep that is as well.
Yeah, she's
going for that. Is she going to go for
She
the
doesn't know how to
switch?
approach, because like the bar and stem's kind of pushing back on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's had to take it. I'm quite surprised from Liska. I thought she'd get that.
I thought she would have gone for the side up, like 90-degree side up, like we saw Nina do. But it is quite an awkward gate. There's not a lot of space. And of course, these riders, other than riding the sections, which weren't the same gates in the semi-finals, in trials, you're not allowed to practice the course. It's not like, you know, BMX is all about practice runs, getting to know the course, to flow the lines. Here it's kind of the opposite. It's being able to just look at it and work it out and then execute straight away on your first try.
This is the first time that these riders have gone for these gates. They've looked through it with their feet and their knowledge, so they know the route, but this is the first actual attempts for every single rider.
Yeah, exactly. So Aliska here, this is the first time she's going to be approaching this move.
Right on the edge. That front wheel was close.
Oh no, and a foot down. I mean, it's okay. She's still in third place, but now she'll go for that foot down. She's only got 30 seconds left, so she's, you know, a bit of pressure on. Can she get the next gate with the big pedal up? If she can get another 10, it would be fantastic. Kind of give her a bit more security going into the last section. She's used up 4 of her 5 available.
So she cannot put her foot down now.
No, she needs to clean this, and it's pretty steep. It's interesting that her and Leia went for the rock, whereas we saw Nina go for the right-hand side. Oh, she's done it.
Nice.
Can she get it? That is, I believe, number 10, yeah, so 20. So she gives herself a little bit more of a margin, holding on to that podium position.
One of our trickiest sections so far there, you know. Yeah, it might be those, obviously, those thin kind of palm tree beams, but with that added texture and terrain, it really is making it tricky for them.
Yeah.
Alba Riera will be next for Spain.
And of course, coming from Spain, I reckon these girls are used to the heat out here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in this beautiful location. Oh, I think she's had a bit of a technical issue with her bike.
Little bicycle malfunction.
Maybe just needs to
TV host there is, wait, we've got a strict time to adhere to here. That's why most of them have 2 bikes.
Yes, and actually they have a certain amount of time that they have to start the section after the previous rider has finished.
In which case, if they don't adhere to that time, 0 points.
I want to say it's a minute, but it could be 30 seconds. But obviously, technical issues do happen with bikes. Could be something small, could be something big.
This might not be.
But you know, she
helpful for her.
Yeah, what is it? I think loose crank, loose pedal. Oh, her pedal's loose.
How many people to tighten a pedal?
There we go. We're good. Just check the other one. Make sure it's all tight. And she's good to go. Now, this will be interesting because when this happens, obviously, yeah, she just wants to ride and make sure the bike feels okay, but sometimes this can get into your head. You have a little bit of I mean, I actually had it in the semi-finals as well. My chain jumped off the tensioner, and I just noticed as I was about to start the section, and I had to put the chain back on, retension it. And it just gets in your head and puts you back a little bit. So I
thought you were going to say you rode with no chain then. That would have been impressive. So Alba's got lovely technique.
Hasn't affected her, has it?
No.
She's looking pretty confident there, straight through
technique.
gate 1. Oh! Just holding that hops on the front wheel.
Teasing us, just teasing us.
Yeah, looking nice and confident. She's going to go for that again. Yeah, up to the front wheel, switching straight through. And then you've got that next one there. You can see the next pink gates and down. So that'll be 20 points so far as she goes for gate number 3. Going for that other approach we saw Nina do. And you can't quite see, but there's a... Oh, yes. Into the side. You can see that pink gate down at the bottom, so she's kind of got to go awkwardly up onto that edge. It's not like they're going up the bottom and up and along the that tree trunk, or the end of that palm tree log. And a minute left, so halfway through her time, 30 points so far. Doing super well.
What's she going to do as well as Alishka here? Maybe the first time. Oh, balance.
Where's she finding the grip? Where did she find the grip?
Somehow that front wheel was just gripping on the very top of that rock.
Yeah, and I think it's because she had her weight so much further forwards. So because her shoulders and her torso and her head was so much further forwards instead of back, she's got all the weight on the front tyre. But opting
to skip the rock that time, all on the logs.
See, I thought that was a better option.
I didn't really see that.
Yeah, straight down, and this is the same as the junior finals for the men gate yesterday. This was their gate 5. Up the log, just controlling the balance, getting the front tyre hooked over up to back, dropping down. That'll be 50 points. Now this yeah, she doesn't have enough time to get the last gate, so 50. So this...
That was a good choice to make to preserve the energy, because if you're going to go for it and not make it, what a waste.
And this is now, the pressure's going to be a little bit on for Vera here, because she needs a 60. If she can 60 this, then it will put her back into first place, although they'll be on level points. On a count back to the semi-finals, she would be just ahead and sneak into first place going into the final section. She knows in her head, she'll know that's what she needs. She needs to get 60 to give her the best chance of still keeping the win alive going into section 5. So hopefully the pressure doesn't get to her and she can ride like she knows she can. I think she definitely has the possibility, she has it within her to do every single move in this section.
Probably a similar approach to Alba here. A little side up, getting that front wheel in.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yes, come on.
That was really nice.
Nicely held.
Inches away from the pedals hitting there.
Yeah. Just got to keep that concentration, keep calm. Up to the front wheel. Yeah, wasting no time. She needs to try and make everything first try as well. And this next gate, gate number 3, this super techie one that we've seen. Interesting, she's going for the the other way. We haven't seen anybody clear it this way yet.
No. It always seems to be in some sort of dab. She's going to go for the like bounce in and get the back wheel up.
Yes, Vera, come on.
Really well done.
Super well done. Oh.
She's going to have to go again.
Going to have to do it again. So she's wasted a bit of time.
That's frustrating. Here she is going for a second attempt now.
Cool. At least now she knows that she can do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
There we go.
Come on, Vera.
That would have
Fantastic.
saved. So another 10 points there. 30 points in total. She's going to have to get this first try really up. Yeah.
She needs to try and keep her cool, not go too fast. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just not forward enough. This is
Come on,
really...
Vera. 35 seconds left. She really could do with the 60 here. So she can take the pressure off a little bit on the last section. Come on, Vera. Has she got it? There it is. Look at that. You see, she just took a little bit more rest, had that little bit more energy and composure going into that move.
Could just push it a little bit more.
Ooh. She needs to get B as well to get the 50. She'll stay, if she can get this gate, she'll stay just 10 points behind Alba going into the last section.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to have time to get the 50, to get the 60, because this is a big gap across.
Yeah, and it's...
she hasn't got time.
Yeah, no, and you can see that shimmying up the log as well. That's quite tiring. It's just like constant moving there. You want to kind of try and do your best in pedal up there. So
look at that. So the scores so far going into the last section. First place we have Alba Riera on 220 points, Vera Baron on 210, Aliska on 120. Look at that gap, 100 or 90 points from second to third. So Aliska can't move up. It's definitely already sealed that it will be Vera and Alba first and second. Just don't know the order of that first and second just yet. And then it's a fight, just 10 points between Aliska and Nina for third place. So all to play for. The podium not set exactly at the moment as we start section number 5, the last section of the competition.
This one's a really well put together section. It looks beautiful. The guys have done a really good job. The terrain of the turf, the sand, the rocks, and the letters. It's a combination of almost everything.
And the water as well.
Yeah.
You can see now the girls are going to be, everyone's going to be basically forced to go into the water at some point. There we go, straight into the water. So now you're going to have wet tyres, brakes that don't work as well. If your back tyre goes in the sand, like we're just about to see here,
the sand's just going to stick to the tyres.
It's going to stick to the tyre. She's going to be losing that traction on the back tyre on the rocks. And look at how pointy that is.
Tricky, yeah. When we were looking at it this morning,
yeah,
it is like a knife's edge, and then here they've got to take off from the sand, and you just absolutely no explosion from a sand. Just everything's absorbed.
Yeah. So when I walked this section, I wondered whether they would try and like gap from those 2 little points in front, or the possibility you can see on your screen there, just the bottom step you could go across, but it's a pretty big move, it's pretty awkward. And then these girls are going to be going up, twisting here to the right hand side over that point. You can see all the sand just stuck over a back tyre, basically no traction anymore.
That would certainly knock my confidence for sure, so, but they have to just carry on and pretend it's not there.
The difference having like a rear tyre, or rear or front tyre that's actually just covered in like sand and water, I mean, it just changes the friction and confidence levels completely. Straight across those beautiful Riyadh letters there, and you can see how beautiful this course is. They've done a great job of making it look really, really aesthetically pleasing.
It really looks great. It's real spectacular course here.
Yeah,
and this isn't anything that riders really train. I mean, I don't think, unless, well...
You don't actively look for water and go in there.
Exactly, like, oh yeah, let's jump in the pond and then ride.
But it's really cool, because it goes back to the roots of trials where it all started, and it's about riding over anything that is in front of you and fighting traction and control and brakes that maybe don't work, etc. Well, unfortunately, just 20 points for Leia there. So, yeah, she'll finish and say goodbye to everybody. She will finish at the moment in 5th place. And it's kind of down to how Emma does, whether she finishes in 5th or 6th. But great for her to be in the finals here as she goes up to the top, says goodbye to the crowd. That'll be her last section here in Riyadh. for the Urban Cycling World Championships 2025.
She should be very proud here to be representing, you know, the females, inspiring the next generation of females here. So she should be really happy to even get here and be competing in the finals with her other teammates.
Exactly. Just checking the weather here, it says 28. It's going to go up to 29, 30 degrees.
You know
surely.
that term when they're like, it's 28 degrees, but it will feel like 38. So why is it not 38?
It's honestly, it's so hot. It's so warm and it's so dry.
We are also so British.
We are so British. Yeah, and Emma looking really good there through number one. That was really nice.
Looking
But this is annoying because actually this is 1A and 1B. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
No, sorry. She's already cleared 1A. So this is on to 2A.
2A.
Yeah, and then 2B is that next tricky turn back across. But that 2A gate is very, very difficult. I actually think even for the men elite, it's going to be very tricky.
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter your level there. It's just tricky. You know, it's just knife edge. You know, it's thinner than your tyres.
Yeah, it's not a huge move. It's just very technically difficult.
Yeah, you just basically don't want to make a mistake.
Yeah,
that's essentially
and you can see they forced every rider. There's no way. Like I was avoiding the water like the plague yesterday. You know, like trying to not get wet and sandy tyres. Yeah, and just staying on back wheel.
And on the back, that looked really good, didn't it?
Cool,
that was such a great
really cool
shot. Just bang, bang, bang.
You can see in the background there how beautiful a job they have done with the whole setup here for the whole event, not just for the trials, but for all three disciplines here. It's super cool to see this, to see trials in this kind of light.
Yeah, I don't know how grippy this turf is when the tyres are wet, so don't want to hang around too much.
Not very, my friend, not very.
And it's like you suddenly clean your tyres, then they get sandy.
Yeah. Straight into the water again. So this is 4A. She's on 20 points.
That was so. I think she went through the water to clean her bike a little bit there.
Yeah,
might have been very tactical. Oh no!
She's running out of time though. So there we go. That's going to be 20 points. Finishing on 70 points, 6th place for Emma in her first World Championship final.
Well done.
She's going to be super stoked to be top 6 riders in the world anyway. She'll finish in 6th place, and Leia will finish in 5th place.
Yeah, well done, Emma. Well done.
Huge well done.
Yeah, she's
I'll say
really
a well done from Titouan watching at home as well.
Yeah, Jean-Paul, that's her dad there. Big support. And a shout out to Kathleen, Emma's mum as well. I know you're watching out there and supporting Emma, so fantastic work. Another French rider now.
Indeed, we have Nina Vabre, her last section of the competition. Now, if she has a blinder of a ride, she'll be able to keep the pressure on Aliska. She's just 10 points behind Aliska as she starts. Hopefully, she just needs to get as many as she can here, and just keep that pressure on. Anything can happen here onto that point on the rock. Staying on the back tyre nicely there.
Also, she's riding an aluminium bike. We're seeing a lot more carbons. Aluminum.
Yeah, for any of you guys watching from America and not sure what we're talking about.
Yeah, so it's a Comas aluminium bike there, and there's no real benefit, right? It's just a preference thing.
Yeah, exactly. It is a preference thing. I quite like how you see she was going to try and get that gap across there.
That's what I thought then. But that rock, to get back on it, she can't go.
You know what?
She
She's
can't
going to go up to back wheel and turn, hold it on back wheel and turn.
Oh, so tricky. Go on,
Nina.
Go on, Nina.
Yes! Come on! That's
really
so
well
good.
done.
She gets to 10 points.
We couldn't see the angle. That takeoff is so difficult.
Yeah, super technical. She did really well there, but she knows she needs as many points as possible. If she can get this up through to 20 points.
Yeah, this is a really great part, just watching them ride across
the Riyadh letters.
The Riyadh letters there. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they did a cool job building those. So here we go, on the back wheel, dropping down. I think if she gets this next gate, it'll be 30 points. So she's jumped up to a provisional 3rd already.
Yeah, for now.
So if she can clean this and get 30 points, she's got 30 seconds. She might even get 40. Has she got the time? Yeah, come on. Staying on the back wheel. Oh, she was right on the corner of that rock as well. Did you see that?
Yeah, and just going down the steps on the back wheel.
Yeah, 20 seconds to get these next 2 gates. So you can see that. That's 4A. So she's going to try and stay on the edge. She's got just 10 seconds. If she can clear this, Yeah, get in the way. She's jumped through. There it is. 40 points.
See what happens when she just landed straight. So she got the points.
She got the points. It's just getting that rear axle through. Vince there giving her a big hug. Proud of her there. That is provisionally on the podium. It is now down to Aliska. She's the only girl that can knock her out of third place now.
Well, will it be enough?
Aliska needs 30 plus.
Pressure's on now. This is where the pressure kind of kicks in a little bit.
So if Aliska gets 30, I believe she will jump ahead due to, let me just try and work out these scores. Yeah, due to her having won 50 point.
Yeah, so she needs at least 30, but really 40 to really...
40 to be totally secure.
To be totally secure.
I believe if she gets to 30, that should be right. So if it comes down to a tie, it goes to who had the most amount of the highest scores. So if they both get a 50, they both get, say, 240s or 30s. And then if they're on an exact tie even for points, then it will go back to count back to the semi-final results. And Aliska qualifying in third. Oh,
she's going to go for the gap. Go on, look at that balance.
So close.
So close.
That's incredible.
You can see from this angle here, that rock, like the shape of it, the difficulty that she has to take. Where's she going through now? She's got to be careful. There's rope there.
Yeah,
she needs to be careful.
Front axle.
I think she can see it.
Yeah, this is interesting. Now the pressure, she knows in her head, the pressure, she'll go up to back and hold this. Come on, come on. She's running out of time here.
Right,
she's going to go
move
for the
on.
dab.
Keep going.
So she's used a minute already. She's into the second gate. This is going to put a lot of pressure. She's going to have to motor through the next. Like I said, she needs 30 points. So she's got to clear gate 4. She's just got 50 seconds to get all the way through.
Yeah, that's a lot of time it's taken to just get those 10 points so far.
Spinning all the way round. Yeah, that is a shame that she had to put her foot down there. For Aliska, could be good for Nina. Come on, Aliska, get motoring. She's gonna have to be really rapid here, just 30 seconds.
Opting for the 2-wheel option. I think I would go on 1 wheel. Just save a little bit of time.
Well, I went on 2 wheels yesterday just because to save a bit of arm pump.
Is it kind of in the moment you might think, oh, I'll do it on the back wheel, and then when you're there, you're like, you want to break,
and also,
rest.
Once you get through that, if you do it all on back wheel, then the subsequent gates get harder because you've got more arm pump. Oh,
she's had to take
that's not good. 5 seconds.
Taking...
You know what that means? It looks like Nina's going to jump into stay in third place. That's Nina Vabre will now know that she's guaranteed a podium position for Nina Vabre. Fantastic riding, and it's such a shame for Aliska there. Just came down to that last section. She was ahead in third place all the way through and just unfortunately lost it in the end. She'll finish in 4th place here, the 2025 World Championships in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it's very, very much an experienced finalist rider, Aliska, and always really battling.
I'll tell you what, although the colours look fantastic here, you can't appreciate how hot it is. This is like pure heat. And it's nice. That's why they hold the competitions here so late in the year, so it actually cools down. Because the average summer temperature here is 43 degrees.
This is for them. This is cool. Yeah. This is why we're in November, and it's like, oh, it's a low of 28. Yeah. It's like, no, that's seriously high.
It's super high. Yeah, it's crazy. So here we go. We've got Alba Riera starting her last section. Now it's going to be very, very close. There's just 10 points between Alba and Vera. Now we've just seen that those 10 points played all the difference between Aliska and Nina. Could be the same for Alba and Vera. Be interesting to see how Alba gets through this first one. Now she's going to want to try and get as many points as she can and keep that pressure on Vera.
Really, she needs to make this gap with
switch
no
up the back wheel, that control on the back wheel, turn around. Is she running an aluminium rear disc there? Do you know why she's running that? Because the aluminium rear discs are better in water. Yeah, they're much less affected by water than steel discs, but they wear out super fast.
So really, it's
why you don't run them
more
usually.
of a specific bike for this section.
Yeah, and you can see the heat distribution is different. That's why it's like a solid disc, and obviously it needs to be much stronger because it's not as strong as a steel rear disc. Yeah. So anyway, 20 points so far for Alba. She needs to get as many as she can, and sailing through there, 30 points, 40 seconds left. And then straight through the water, straight through 4A. She's just gonna turn around. In the water section there, straight through gate number 4B for 40 points. And she's got 20 seconds left. Can she get this next move? This is a really tricky one. I was looking at this, I think she's gonna have to go up over that sharp knife edge. Yeah, hook that front wheel and get the switch through. She's got tyres covered in sand.
Yeah, that's really
there we
good.
go,
Enough. Come
40.
on. Up to the
Just
next gate.
the last 5 seconds.
Yes, just
50
saving
points. So the crazy thing is now, Vera knows that she needs to get 60. If Vera gets 60, that is, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, we can see. So yes, Alba finishing on 270 there, and Vera's got 210.
Vera having 140 point. Oh no, if Vera can finish on 60, Vera will be world champion. If she finishes on 50, she will be in 2nd place. So it's all or nothing now for Vera.
This is a bit like what happened in the juniors yesterday as well. Travis needed to score 60 on this section.
Travis stepped up, man. That was a crazy ride. If you guys
did
get a chance to see that footage, you know, he did super well.
Yeah.
It was a really exciting junior 20-inch finals yesterday. Yeah, it was an amazing moment to watch.
So our final female rider here in section number 5 needs to score maximum points.
And don't forget, we're going to be going into the 26-inch elite finals after this. They are behind the scenes getting ready. And here we go, Vera straight into the last section, her last ride of the day. And I tell you what, this is nerve-wracking, even just to watch, really, because this first line, look at the front tyre, these are tiny little points. I looked at that and I was like, I'll definitely fall off of that if I tried it.
So really, look at that composure as well. She's really well planted.
Up to back wheel, come on. Yes, Vera, get in the gap, come on.
That was really well, just a little bit of recovery.
10 points, and she's used 30 seconds of her time already, so she needs to get a bit of a motor on here.
Yeah.
She's gonna try and switch up to, she's got now front tyre far over that side. All it's gonna take is a little touch with either, like with anything other than her tyres.
All on back wheel there for Vera, I thought so, because that actually does, it might be more tiring, but it will save time.
Very quick. Yeah, and then down into the water, staying on back wheel, keeping that front tyre dry for this next section, next part of the section. A minute left. Oh, I'm so tense. Come on, Vera. Both fantastic riders, both well deserve the win, and all to play for. Such an exciting finish here in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, their first trials competition ever in Saudi Arabia. You can see a big crowd in the background there, VIP area up the top.
Yes, an incredible turnout here, really.
It is.
Incredible venue as well.
40 points for Vera. She's got 30 seconds. She's got to get this turn, hook the front wheel on. It's a good hook. It is a knife edge point there. Big switch up. Come on, Vera, can she do it? 20 seconds left.
Come on. That's 50
Come on, Vera.
up to here.
Up to the front wheel.
Needs
on
to
the
go
back wheel.
over
Come on,
the letters
Vera.
again.
10 seconds. Oh, I'm so
Oh my
tense.
gosh.
I'm so
Come on.
tense. Come on,
5,
4. Oh no.
Oh my goodness, wheel slipped.
She's gone for a swim.
Is she okay?
That is a shame. She's going to finish 2nd place for Vera Baron. 10 points. 10 points off the win. She's going to be so upset with that.
Yeah, I know, because she was so close.
What an incredible ride. Just a slight mishap early on in the competition has cost her an incredible ride. Alba Riera will retain her world champion title. It's so sad for Vera, but not everybody can win.
Yeah, what a battle.
What an incredible battle. She did win the European Championships. She won the World Cup season. And yeah, unfortunately, she doesn't win the big 3 World Championship. She'll be 2nd in the World Championship for 2025. So close. Excellent ride in there.
No, she was literally 5 seconds away. This was where the wheel slipped.
Yeah, just see the back tyre just slightly. The thing is, so this is the point, going across those Riyadh letters on the back wheel causes that little bit of extra fatigue in that back brake hand, her right hand. So that's where, like, at the end, now maybe if she'd gone along on 2 wheels and used the front brake and got to the end, and had that extra power in the right hand, maybe she would have had enough power to get through that last bit. But
well, at least she got to cool off at the very end, jumping in the water. There's a positive for her there. I know she's a very passionate rider. She may have been upset there, but she's going to be incredible. She should be proud of that ride. I mean, she's did a really, really good job. So there you have it.
So third, let's go through. Emma in 6th place on 70 points, Leia from Spain on 90 points, Eliska in 4th place on 130, Nina Vabre on 150 points, and Vera Baron 260 and Alba Riera on 270 points. Your world champion 2025 here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the Urban Cycling World Championships.
What a race it was. I'm sure we'll be going down to check out an interview with our winner very, very shortly, but that was super exciting. We still have 2 other events yet to go in the trials. We're going to do the 26-inch and then the 20-inch.
Alba, many congratulations, women's trials world champion for the 2nd year in a row. What does it mean to you to defend your world title?
Yeah, thank you so much. It's incredible. I'm out of words right now, but yeah, it feels incredible to win 2 times in a row, and I'm super happy.
All year, Vera Baron has been the world #1. She's been European champion, World Cup champion. How did you become world champion today?
I don't know. I made a good race, and I was feeling very good, so finally I could took the rainbow.
It was a wonderful competition between you and Vera. How much does her friendship, her rivalry help each other improve?
Yeah, it's good. We have a good relationship. When we compete, but out of the trial, we have a good relationship.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you so much.
So some great words there from your winner, Alba, saying that these girls train together, they really respect each other, and it's a fantastic competition between the 2 of them. They want to do well for each other, and they want each other to do well, and that is a great community spirit we have in our sport of trials.
We'll see some of the highlights of the women's now before we head on to our next category, but what a fantastic competition it's been so far.